Sean gave me some passes to go to the Natural History Museum, and there's a King Tut exhibit I was really looking forward to seeing.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. It's not the real King Tut.
What?
They're fucking replicas.
Well, are they really?
Well,
Some of these are real,
looks
right?
better than the original now.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I was like, well, the original King Tut, the beard was broken
Have you guys
off.
heard about this? Did anyone heard about?
Yeah, let's talk about that.
No, I really haven't.
Okay.
All right,
Oh, you're
all
gonna
right.
love
I'm going to
this.
save my story. I'll come back to it, but let's talk about the King Tut thing.
Yep.
Okay.
So King Tut, famous Egyptian
What do you
dude.
think if you hear King Tut?
Famous Egyptian dude.
Like one of the last pharaohs that we uncovered, and we found his tomb, and
Right.
yeah,
It's a statue with the goatee.
The famous golden, yeah.
Famous Egyptian dude.
With the goatee. So they loaned that sculpture, that artifact, to tour around the world, and recently it returned to its home in Cairo, and somehow, somewhere, somebody in that museum handling it broke off the goatee.
no shit.
Broke it off.
Goatee.
And they were like, ooh, oh, fuck. That's going to be like really expensive, but I guess we could sew it back on. They had like Nile thread. They were going to
It needed to go back to a lab.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying. It's like, this is serious lab time.
like a clean room, I'm sure, because you never know. Fuck that is what the museum decided. We got some epoxy, which is, what is epoxy? You would know.
It's a 2-part glue. You mix part A and part B together, and then you have like 5 minutes to apply it.
That makes the story even better.
So with that definition of epoxy,
If management wanted it displayed
Five,
again as fast as
so
possible.
they have 5 minutes to repair this thing once they mix the glue.
Yeah, you better get it on straight the first time.
Which they fucking didn't. So apparently the thing is like hanging off.
Oh, I have a picture of it.
No,
It's
shit.
hanging off with the epoxy like in between.
Yeah.
And apparently they spilled some of the epoxy on the face of the
No!
fucking thing.
And they had.
Yes.
Holy
Wait,
shit,
wait,
this is
wait.
great.
Hey, get ready though.
So not only is the beard connected, it's not even, there's a gap between the two. There is a yellow clear area between the beard and the chin now.
Oh,
I mean,
fuck.
it was such a hack job. But yeah, they sprinkled it on the face and tried to get it off with a spatula.
Hell yeah.
A spatula.
What is this?
With which to cook.
Is this a statue? Is this stone?
It's
coffin lid?
I think it's like a combination of like wood and I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
gold?
Yeah,
Yeah.
gold plated.
Okay. Jesus.
But it's ancient artifact, which it pains me so much. That thing's been around for thousands of years. Will continue to be around. But now there's a footnote.
Ugh.
Like, well, in 2015, a bunch of people who were not worth remembering, they did break off the goatee and super glue it back on, and spill some of the super glue on the face, and then scrape that off with a spatula.
So
It's visibly
who's
scratched
responsible?
and dented.
What is the organization that runs
Yeah.
the Egyptologists or whatever?
It's just like the Museum of Cairo.
Yeah, but
It's-
you know,
it's
I was
But
the-
they're
saying-
kind of notoriously known for being kind of stuck in the mud on some of their dates as well. As new stuff has kind of come to light, new information. They're not willing to budge on a lot of factual kind of evidence stuff about Egypt.
Well, I was.
So
just,
I wouldn't be surprised that they're out there with just 5-minute epoxy.
I'm just so glad this didn't happen in America because that's gonna be something that would happen here.
Yeah.
And if it happened anywhere, I guess it should happen there.
No,
I
that
guess.
shit doesn't
Yeah.
happen
But
here.
now, so there's this King Tut exhibit at the San Diego Natural History Museum, but
Yeah.
it's a replica
Of that?
But it's like, but it's not a replica now, because now it looks nothing like the real one. So, so what are you looking at? Like,
It's probably a better version.
what? Yeah, but
this
of what?
point-
But of what? Because it's just like, this doesn't look like the real thing, and it's not real. So, considering all that, Sean for Christmas gave me a gift pass to go. I was really excited, and I turned in this gift pass, and I was going through the whole museum, and when I came to the King Tut exhibit, they're like, stop, you can't come in. And I was like, what? And they're like, you need to buy a ticket to come in here.
What the fuck? Are you serious?
Yeah, so I was like,
Whoa.
whoa, hold on. I went
feel
back
bad now.
I went back to the front counter. Don't feel bad. But I did go back and I was like, hey, I got a gift certificate to come here because I want to see the King Tut thing. And
Yeah.
they're like, oh, okay. So it's going to be $18 ticket with, like, that's your discount to get in. And I'm just thinking, like,
No.
I didn't pay. Because what am I paying to see? $18 to see something you cooked up in the back of the museum.
That sucks.
But it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
Thing.
But they're replicas. It's like they're charging me more money to go to a less real part of the museum. Like they have
really hard.
And you
on
got
it.
to see that
but
for
it's
free.
like they have a mastodon skeleton that is 10 million years old, and it's the real thing.
Yeah.
It's $10 to see that. But then you made your own mummy and put it up on a shelf, and it's $20 to see the homemade mummy, and then it doesn't even look like the real thing. I don't know.
That sucks.
That's weird.
That sucks.
Man,
But
for $20, I went to the Louvre and saw the history of mankind.
Yeah, what the
we
fuck?
saw real mummies and mummified cats.
We saw the oldest known like bodies.
You saw mummified like house cats?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Small cats?
Well, no, they were a mummified Egyptian cat.
Yeah, Egyptian.
But I looked in
Pyramids,
the door. I looked in the door of the exhibit, and it was like a real museum, just like artifacts behind glass. And the more I thought about it, it's like, what? Why are they behind glass?
Well, I think some things are real.
Are some of the
King
artifacts
Tut
real?
thing is, yeah. They
But
definitely
just
are.
Tut
No,
himself.
I think that it's all replicas. It maybe some things are real, but there's a large majority of fake shit
Damn.
there,
Weird.
and it costs more to
That
see the
is
fake
weird
stuff.
how they can do that.
But that museum or what organization or whatever that did the damage and all that stuff, that they are not speaking to the media. They're not giving names of who works there. They're completely silent. So yeah, those Egyptologists fucked us.
They
Bummer.
just text message to the world, "I'm not gonna see you anymore," and then they turned their phone off.
Yeah.
That was it. They broke up with
That's
us.
so dark.
They broke up with us like like college freshmen.
I just think about the guy who fucked that up. Like, what is your brain think the second you do that? Like, that's been around for thousands of years, and you fucked it up.
Well, that's what's great is everyone's been asking that. Like, if you look in the comment section on any of the websites, it's people saying that. What does that guy do? How could that guy live with himself? What is his reaction to this? And what's awesome is I actually love, legitimately, that everyone has been on the same page. Everyone replies with the same clip of Mr. Bean. him rubbing the Whistler's mother and then it rings
Well,
his face.
I was just thinking, didn't like a year ago some nun in a church like
that painting of
yeah.
Jesus.
totally try to repaint a
Yeah.
painting of
And
Jesus that was
it
Yeah.
is so
up.
funny now. So good.
It's got like a big woolly head, like it's like a cartoon character.
That was a real shame, but one of the funniest news stories ever.
Yeah.
That man, that was something. Anyway,
You know, in her mind,
the Simpsons character.
You know,
looks
in
good.
her mind, before she painted it, when it was just a blank face, she thought, I could put that face back there perfectly.
I'm gonna use the power of God.
Nobody will even know. I'll look. I've looked at this thing every day. I know exactly what it looks like.
What's the painting called? Christ the Redeemer? Is that the one?
something like that.
I think it's Christ the Redeemer. Oh man.
I don't remember who it was that said it. I thought it was Derek, but maybe it was somebody else I know. But they summed it up better. I was like, man, I just can't believe they destroyed that. And they said, Rocco, they made that painting better. I was like, how? They really
now it's way more
It's
famous.
a
It's
meme
funny, but
now.
they wrecked it, and they're like, "Yeah, you didn't give a shit about that painting yesterday. Now you love it." Yeah, okay, that's a good point.
Wait, no, honestly,
It really
I would
is.
see that in a museum right now. I would see
Christ
that.
the Redeemer. Yeah. What
You know
happened to
what?
that?
In the future,
Oh, it is just actually so you're right.
In the
That's
future,
the wrong one.
all works of art are going to be modified by fucking idiots. That painting's gonna have
Yeah.
the stupid face on it. King Tut's gonna have his goatee glued on. The Mona Lisa is gonna have a Sharpie mustache drawn on it. Just like over the next millennium, stupid people are gonna become so populous in the world, it's gonna be impossible to protect our valuable heritage artifacts from them. I'm predicting it now. Stonehenge is gonna have like funny faces painted on it.
Push it over.
Someone will stencil over the flowers in the terrorists' hands and put a Molotov cocktail on that Banksy.
Yeah, like somebody will
Return it
go to
that
like
original. Film.
somebody will go to Mount Rushmore and they'll be like, well, the hair doesn't need to be the same color as the skin, and they'll like put yellow paint on the
Lady
hair.
Gaga glasses on Washington. Something.
I'm looking forward to this.
Someone's saying, and I thought I heard this too, that Mona Lisa had some red paint on it before.
Really?
That it at one point had some splash.
It's behind
Yeah.
bulletproof glass now because people have tried to deface it several times.
Yeah.
What
That's
goes
a
through your
weird-
head when you're gonna do
It's
that?
a weird thing.
I have to deface.
I'm gonna
the
make a
Mona
point.
Lisa.
Well, I know for some people, because I read about this on
They're
Wikipedia.
not
Maybe
paying
it's bullshit, but the Mona Lisa is like a symbol of Italy to some people. So when they have a problem with the government, they'll go fuck up the Mona Lisa. Like, I know you like that painting, fuckers. Lower the taxes.
You know, though, some people